Reframe Your Future, Episode 4 Meditation, Manifestation, Fighting Insecurity, and Journaling with the Law of Attraction Planner.
Hi, I'm Erin Frame, and I am here with another episode of Reframe Your Future, my journey to Sober Fierce. I just want to welcome you back. This is very exciting for me. This is my episode number 4. Last week I had my first guest on, which was great too, because that's part of what I want to do on this journey is share different people's stories on how they have found sobriety or an alcohol-free life, which is something that I'm kind of gearing towards with my verbiage. So one of the things I did want to touch on this week, I'm on day 54 and I'm excited. It does feel like a lifetime though. It doesn't even feel like it's been 54 days. It feels like it's been 54 months. It's really interesting. It's almost like I've forgotten who I am, who I was before January 1st. I feel stronger. I feel powerful. I feel fierce. I mean, look at this color of this shirt. I mean, you can't get much fiercer unless you go red, I suppose. But I feel great. I mean, I do struggle at points in my day. Sometimes I get that craving for the fast way to numb myself. When something comes up and my normal would be, oh, let's go get a 4-pack of mini wines because you can hide them and you don't have to be popping a cork in the kitchen. Just twisting up a little top, downing it and putting it in the recycle, assuming your husband's never noticed. Not that he'd really probably say anything, but I felt the need to hide that. So yeah, there are definitely struggles. And I know like when I talk to people who are 600 days in, I mean, they're struggles, So that is why I'm putting it out there doing this podcast, because I want to find different ways for people to cope, different maybe terminology to use. Some people don't like to feel like they're an addict, or maybe even the word addiction is scary, or I was going to say junkie, but I think that's definitely more on the drug side of things. But so like I said, I'm kind of coming up with some new terms. I do like the word alcohol-free lifestyle, and it is a lifestyle. And I think that's a little more of what I want to talk about today is my morning routine. So I'm a pretty early riser. If you ask anybody that knows me, I tend to text at like 5 a.m. So if you know me, you probably want to put a do not disturb on. But I get up and first thing I make coffee, because I think that's a huge part of my routine. And I tend to be up before my husband. And I kind of have my own little thing where I like to sit down and I like to kind of, I have a couple games that I play, like word puzzles, and, I watch some news. But when he gets up is my time to get the bedroom ready for my quiet time. I go in there at 7:30 and I bring first of all, I make the bed, because I think making the bed is probably one of the most important things that I've learned since January 1st. It really is a powerful way to start your day. I feel like my day's in order. It gives me pride in what I have instead of always searching for something better. And I think that when your bed is made and the creases are smooth and there's just that clutter goes away, that sense of needing to do something to fix it. And in the past, I would do a lot of shopping. Probably not terribly. I mean, I've been through parts of my life where I've probably done that more, but just taking that time to get it clean. Then I make my smoothie. And I think one of the greatest ways to start your day is with a smoothie. I get my fruit, my veggies. I get my protein in there. I have a lot of just great recipes. So I blend that all up, annoy the crap out of my husband. And I take it in the room along with my 40 ounces of water and I'm taking all those Juice Plus right now. Can you tell I feel really good? Because I do. And I take usually a half cup of coffee and I close the door and I just say, I'm doing my morning time, leave me alone. So now, of course, this could be any time of the day. Some people need to do this when they first get up. I live in 1,160 some odd square feet and it's just not possible. So this works best for me. I I have a really great it's called Law of Attraction Planner. And this was a great recommendation from Carol Carruth, who is my trainer at Fit Body Bootcamp. And there's just there's something about putting pen to paper. And it's funny because I have a great friend, Rebecca Carlson, amazing singer. And I was always laughing because she had this planner, this scheduler. So every time we were going to get together, she'd rip this thing out and it was like Scribble City, and I would be like, how in the world do you even keep track of your day? And she's like, it's the only thing that works for me. And I kind of get it now. There's something about putting what's in your brain on paper in a pen. So I can't just move it around, I have to do it. So I take that. I don't really go over my schedule first, but I do decide, if there's anything I need to dump in my brain. So as I sit down, if I have things kind of racing through my head, I do my best to take that and put it on paper so that can be gone before I start some of my other parts of my morning routine. So get all that down on paper because my brain never stops. And if you know me, it's pretty crazy. If all that stuff came out of my mouth, I'd be in a psych ward for sure. So I get all that done. And then I go to YouTube. And I was doing my sober journey with Carly Benson. And I had to change debit cards. It's a long story, but they started it over. And so I can't really continue on with her until it gets up to that date again. It's like day 30 or day 31. So for now, I'm just going on YouTube and I'm looking up podcasts or just anything that might kind of put me, something I can learn for the day. Like, for example, today it was fantastic. I'm loving that 10% Happier podcast. Just great. I mean, and he has all different meditation type people on there. And it's not just meditation. It kind of talks about their specific, styles, things that they've learned in their life. And the lady today, it was about joy. And she literally described me. And it was pretty crazy. It's about finding joy kind of in this crazy world that we're in right now. And she talked a lot about, finding, I guess sometime back, she was heading onto an airplane and had a panic attack, massive claustrophobia, had to leave the plane. This has happened to me before. And I probably went through a 2 to 3 year bout of, I couldn't fly unless I was absolutely ripped because they'd close those doors and I couldn't breathe. It was terrible. I haven't traveled much, honestly, before this pandemic, with all the drinking and still having panic attacks and all that. I mean, I haven't really gone many places. I think the furthest that I've, let's see, I've gone to Mexico, I've gone to Canada, Hawaii, even though it's our country, and to far east, I think was Chicago. So I have a lot of freaking traveling to do when all this is said and done. So she basically, went home that day. She didn't continue on with her plane ride. And the next day she's like, I really have to get where I'm going. So she goes back again and gets on the plane. And I guess the flight attendant can see in her face that something's wrong. And she just said, I'm afraid to fly. And so the flight attendant said, well, do you need to talk to the pilot? And she's like, oh, no. So she's thinking, oh my gosh, like, is he going to kick me off the flight? Is he worried that I might do something? So like a minute or two later, the pilot comes back and he introduces himself and basically says, I've been doing this for 25 years. I will not let anything happen to you, and she said from that moment on, just him coming over and being kindness creates joy, him being kind, making that connection. And she, says there's times that she'd be afraid after that, and whether it be an elevator ride or even still a plane ride somewhat, she'd ask the person next to her and she'd just be honest, I'm very afraid to be in an elevator. Do you mind making small talk with me? And people can't help but be kind when you're in need. So that was kind of her way of spreading ways to find joy, is to really, it's about the connection with us, with people. So it was, I guess, I know I went on that, but it was a pretty powerful moment because I felt like she was describing me. And I'm sure there's so many people out there that feel the same way. So yeah, I really try to find something, either depending upon how I'm feeling, something pretty like an aha moment, or just go back to a meditation that I found. I have one where it's a manifesting kind of what you see yourself doing, in the future. And and of course, if nobody, if nobody could tell you no, what would it look like? And so I like those as well. And like I said, with meditation, I couldn't even sit with myself at all to be able to do that before this. And now it's still a little challenging. I must admit, my brain definitely goes crazy, but they teach you over and over. It's okay to have thoughts. It's really normal. And just to kind of let those things pass by like clouds. So definitely that's part of my morning. Drink my water. I have a really great pillow that I put behind me. My kitten is playing on the bed. I have my shades wide open with bright, sunshine because yes, I am in Tucson, Arizona. And I'm sorry if you're in dark places, but if you ever want to move here, I'm a realtor. So that's kind of, that's how I start my day. And I think it's really important for people to kind of find some time in the morning. Even I know having kids and, a job that you have to go to at 8 a.m. And if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else. So I think these things are kind of filling that void, and I feel so much stronger. I actually feel my body. I mean, that sounds crazy, but I feel the inside, I feel the blood flowing. And every time I kind of get back to that panicky feeling where I want to grab a drink, I really try to go inside myself instead. I have a psychotic cat in here. Hey. Sorry. I really try to go inside myself and just feel how great I am and how great this body is and how this body is necessary. And the healthier you can make this body, both physically and mentally, that's what's really going to carry me on, and have me feel like it's been 54 weeks instead of 54 days of sobriety. I'm kind of struggling in a way on this show because I hope that what I have to say is valuable. And I guess that's just a little of my own insecurities that I'm really trying to work on, because it's kind of hard to be fierce if you're insecure. So that's why I'm just going to make myself get on here and I'm going to just have myself talk. I really hope that people who have show ideas, any questions for me, reach out, and I guess I'm coming at this from I'm not an expert, but I am an expert on my own life. Right. And other people that are out there doing these same things, they're not experts either. They didn't go get their, college degrees and they've been a psychiatrist for 15 years. I mean, there's a lot of podcasters out there just talking about what's helped them. And I think that that's just what this is all about, is kind of my journey, hoping I can inspire other people to start their journey. So that's it today, I suppose. It's only been 12 minutes, but it's kind of, I guess today was about the morning routine. And like I said before, I really hope that you can take something away from this. One more thing I'll say is, since I started this, I have had such amazing feedback. And I've actually, had people reach out to me that I haven't talked to in years, thanking me for doing this and being brave enough to put it out there. So I guess, even my few shows, I already feel freaking awesome. I feel like what I've wanted to do for so long, inspire, So I guess I didn't need those on the whole time. You guys like my new glasses? Kind of Drew Carey-ish. So I think my first 4 episodes are just really putting out kind of how I feel. And I guess that's it for today. So I'm still looking to really find that sober fierce. Every day I try to take on that new persona, or that persona that I've come up with in my head on who I want to be. I want to be me, but I want to be me, 2.0 or whatever they call it. So until next time, I hope you all out there can find your sober fierce, or your, whatever it is that you are looking to do, that you need the strength to feel so powerful that you can do anything. And that's it. So once again, this is Reframe Your Future. I am Erin Frame, and until next time.
Listen to more episodes by going to re-frameyourfuture.com.